Hey Haley, how are you?
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
good.
How
I
you
have a bit
doing?
of a scratchy throat, but all is well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to that. Hopefully it clears up soon. Congratulations
Okay.
on the film.
Thank you.
I will get this. I don't mean this to come across as creepy in any shape or form, but I've had your voice in my ears for about since Friday, since I saw the film, because I've been listening to the soundtrack on loop for the last 3 days because it's
Oh,
wonderful.
fantastic. You have the soundtrack?
I have just this. I think the single, just you singing at the beginning, is the only song that's
Someone
available.
to say?
Indeed, it's just it's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It makes a
Thank
change from all the
you.
Christmas music I've been
Thank
listening to.
you.
So.
Have you heard Matt from The National sing Someone Desperate?
That's the other one that's on there, I believe. Yeah, not the full soundtrack yet. So I've had no. I haven't had Peter or Kelvin in my ears just yet.
You will.
I will, I'm sure. So I'm a huge fan. I was just talking to Joe about this. My entry point into Cyrano was Roxanne, which was the Steve Martin movie, because I'm a huge fan of Steve Martin. But it says something about the continued kind of importance and impact of this story that so many different versions have been portrayed. What for you as an actress? What did you see in Roxanne when you first kind of was lured into this, when you first did it on stage, that felt fresh but also exciting for you?
Um, Roxanne has always been a character that's ahead of her time, but she was a character that was written in the 1800s by a man, Rostand.
Mm.
And so I was excited about this adaptation because it was written by a woman. So I really felt like I was invited into Roxanne's world in a more significant way.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this, obviously the
She
music
feels a
comes.
bit, she
Well,
feels, to me, it was important that a modern audience recognize Roxanne and that she felt human and squidgy and relatable. And I feel like this Roxanne has a bit more power and agency than past Roxanne's.
yeah,
Although
absolutely.
that means no disrespect to any woman who has played Roxanne in the past. She's such a fantastic character, and every interpretation I have enjoyed, including Daryl Hannah's.
Indeed, yes. And in terms of, I was just talking to Joe about you singing live, because obviously in some musicals, particularly in the past, that people are, you make your acting decisions months before when you have to pre-record and then you go on set. What freedom does that give you when you're performing? Because I guess for you as a performer, you're in the moment there and then. It helps to kind of give more agency to the moments that you're in.
Yeah, I mean, I think that um, singing live allows the audience closer, and that's what we wanted. We wanted the audience to feel like they were right there in the room in that very moment. So, I think emotionally, it allows the voice and the performance to be more expressive, and nuanced, and human.
You get to work with three fantastic men, should I say, including Ben Mendelsohn, but working with Peter and Kelvin, who are just so accomplished performers, but given they're all, really immersing themselves as you all did in this story, it must have been fantastic to work alongside them.
Absolutely. I couldn't have asked for better actors to work with. And I'd done a production with Pete already on stage in a 120 person theater. So, we were very familiar with each other and with these roles. And so to have this continuation was a gift for us all. And especially during a time where we were also starved for human connection and creativity. We were longing to make a film again. We were in the darkest days of the pandemic, and so to be able to go and do a musical, which is so expressive in in the art form. um I think songs have the ability to um transcend beyond that specific moment. So it was really special.
Yeah. And you get to do a little bit of kind of a Cyrano in the book, obviously, and in some of the other interpretations. There's also a little bit of humor in there. It's nice to have a little bit of humor in there as well, because you guys seem to have a good time together in terms of improvising and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's I really loved the rhythm of kind of the comedy and the structure of the scenes, and that really is you know, I think based on the time that we were able to have, we got to rehearse in this amazing 18th century theater, and the National was there, and everyone was there together, and we were in this bubble, and so it was really useful to have that kind of rehearsal space as well. I really enjoy that as an actor, to be able to kind of not have the pressure of filming things right away, and you know, that was incredibly important to Joe.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you. May I say before I depart how much I enjoy Swallow? It was one of my favorite films last year, and obviously you had the pandemic to deal with. So a huge fan of that film as well. So thank you so much for your time. Pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey